There we go. Okay. I'm having some trouble with my little Stream Deck thing here. It's not giving me the audio and other adjustments that it should with my little buttons. I gotta mess around with it somewhat. But whoa, shoot! No! Nobody can see nothing. No! Oh no! No! Please wait. Move along, folks. There's nothing to see here. Move along. Move along. Well, don't really move along. Just wait. There. See? I told you. It's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing to see here. It's just empty, blank wall. There's nothing. I don't know what you're talking about with your stuff here. There's nothing. So, hi. Oh, look, it's Rev. Hi, Rev. Welcome. So I'm excited because we are on the last leg of our little journey here. We get to play as a piranha. So I'm excited to see how it's going to go. It should be interesting. And well, good morning to you, Rev, as well. I'm doing mostly sort of okay. The weather's been fine. We actually we got some snow earlier this week. It was really nice. It was really pretty. So that was really cool. I was really happy about that. But all in all, the week itself was pretty meh. So not the most ideal from my perspective. And I don't know, the last like couple of months basically have been difficult and aggravating, but that's beside the point. How about you, Rev? It's been interesting. What happened? What's interesting about your week? Piranha, so mad. He sees the sparkling signal of sparkle. Okay, let's see if we can do this at least reasonably smartly. Oh, you got back into model painting? Nice. Oh wow, so you went like knee deep immediately. See, I figured that this fish would bite stuff. Don't really see how that helps me. Now, obviously, I'm a poor person to speak about all of this stuff because I don't know much of anything about the Warhammer. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so basically, this guy can bite and pull stuff. That's the shtick. A weeb faction? Oh lord. They're all playing Gundam. Nice. I mean, it sounds pretty cool. I think. So you started assembling them? Nice. See, I don't really know anything about miniature painting and stuff. It's not my shtick. My brother-in-law is really into it. He does all of the 40K stuff and all of that sort of thing. It's not for me personally, but yeah, I know he's got a whole bunch of various stuff. I feel like I should be able to. Maybe I can drop this hammer on the sandwich and get me some bread. I mentioned it before, like this game has really wonky, janky physics. And the problem is that they're inconsistently janky and wonky. Like, why else would they give me a hammer here? They didn't intend me to take it with. Ugh. That's really cool, though. Like I said, for me personally, the whole model building and painting thing, it's just... I don't know that I can do it. I don't have the patience. I'm not cool like that. Oh, geez. You just kind of ride the rail here. Takes me back to my scouting days with the Pinewood Derby. You gotta ride the rails, folks. Oh no, oh no. Oh, bugger! No! Pick us up, awesome. I'll just have to take a look at it in a little bit. So what I'm hoping for right now, for the purposes of this game, is that, like, so last time we were playing as the flying fish, right? And it was awful. It was so difficult to get the physics to cooperate. I'm really hoping that we don't have, at least not as big of an issue with our chompy boyfriend here. I'm really worried about it, though. Stupid janky physics. Yeah, I bite. That's pretty much it. That's the thing, I didn't miss the checkpoint. It's just difficult to steer a freaking bottle. It's not my fault. Oh, no, 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 no! Aw, oh, son of a bit. Son of a bit. Now, is a bite a son of a... or is a bit a son of a bite? I feel like that can be a thing. Oh, no, 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 no. Turn, 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 turn! Oh, you son of a... You know, I was at the edge of the bottle. I should have been turning. I'm just saying. Oh, no, 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 no! God dang it! Oh, come on! Seriously, the physics here are just so aggravating.
77x cheers. X100. A bit as a means of gaining attention.
A bit is a means of gaining attention. Ha ha ha. I mean, it is true. Alright, so the checkpoint's over here. Let me see if we can steer into it. Finally. There we go. Okay. Alright. Anybody see any bread? I see a little floaty bread. Anything around the corner? Yeah, no, I've talked about this game's like wicked, super janky physics before. Particularly with the last fish because it was the flying fish. And it made everything almost impossibly difficult. Like having to jump out at the exact right time, the exact right way, and then you open your little winglet things is just really annoying. It seems like maybe we won't have that with this guy. Maybe. Because of the nature of his little power, you just kind of bite onto stuff, and then you just sort of latch onto it. But we'll have to wait and see. This is like impossible to get to. I'm thinking maybe I should go around the other way, but then I don't hit that checkpoint. I mean, feels odd. And the problem is, like, when I'm going down this little hill, I'm going so fast it doesn't work. So, incidentally, anybody else have anything fun that went on this week? Rev mentioned that he got back into mini painting, or is about to get back into mini painting. Sounds very exciting. I had an exciting week of discussions. Woo. Oh, it's snowing? Well, that's fun. I'm in a dank, dark basement, so it's having the basement thing is really a double-edged sword. It's nice because I can do kind of whatever I want, and nobody says boo about it. But it also kind of sucks because there's literally 3 windows in here, and I have one of them covered up because it blinds me in the afternoon if I don't. The window is actually right in front of me here, and in the afternoon the sun is directly in my face when I'm sitting at my computer like this. It's really, really annoying. Okay, so see, there's the bread. In the grim dank basement, there is only Iron Fish. Oh, I've been playing Divinity Original Sin 2, which I might add is an awesome game. And I do still have a deal with myself as well regarding the, I guess, new-ish Marvel game, Midnight Suns. Oh, bugger. So it's still on sale as of right now until, I believe, the 16th. I believe it's on sale until Monday. And my goal was that if I'm doing well and making progress with a few projects I'm working on, then I'll reward myself by buying myself a game. Because it's on sale. So I know it's kind of a dumb little thing, but it's from 2K, It's a tactical style game based off of the XCOM mechanics, which I really, really enjoy. So I'm excited. And also, this is where all my board games are. So, on you. See, I'm not certain how best to go. Did you see my bottle spinning? That was crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure how best to go about this. This is quite precarious, if I say so myself. Incidentally, does anybody have any plans for the weekend? I don't know why I just did a weird. What was it, like a mix between Alan Rickman and as Snape and Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal? That's kind of what it felt like. There we go. Nice. So weather depending. So okay, when it comes to model painting, like how does it work? Do you have to do the same type of thing that you would do with like a canvas painting? Like you have to have your base primer coat, and then you have to do the actual paint, and then you have to like varnish and everything. So they need to stay outside to dry. Is that what the deal is? You have to prime them outside. Okay. Now, do you use like a do you? Okay, so you do. You use a can. Okay, but the post primer paint is like standard paint with a brush, right? Because I've seen it before when I go into like a game store and they have the Games Workshop, like 40K everything, and they have like all of the paint colors and stuff, and they're in little bottles. Primer is interesting. Now, do you need to use like a Games Workshop official primer shtick thing, or is it like a particular chemical formulation of primer that you can get anywhere? I mean, I like I said, I know essentially nothing about painting, particularly miniatures painting. So, bad timing, bird. Ha! I escaped in my own weird way. Oh, the Rust-Oleum stuff? Okay. See, that's what I hate about the Games Workshop stuff. Why is it so insanely overpriced? Because you know that it's like no different whatsoever. It can't be. You can't have paint that is so much better that it's worth like a 3,000% increase in price. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. Now, pigments, I mean, depending on what the pigments are made of, I can sort of see. Because I also know that, like particular art supplies, like you can get, whether it's acrylic or oil paints, or pastels, or whatever it happens to be, can be super pricey. I don't know, it just seems odd. Now, as for me, I would like to get more into my very few creative hobbies that I've got, which at this point are just uh, attempting to play guitar and do woodworking, but unfortunately, everything related, especially to the latter, is very expensive, and so I have been unable to do so recently. Dang it! I was able to make gifts for my family, but that's it. It's not an easy thing to do. But yeah, I've been running into similar issues when it comes to varnish, because you can get like really expensive, super crazy varnish and stains and all of that kind of crap. Now, me personally, what little woodworking I've done, I've been doing with hardwood, and I like leaving it with just a plain satin finish. So I don't like doing stains, personally. I mean, I say that like I do it all the freaking time. I've done it, twice. But yeah, having a stain, I feel, is like it kind of takes away from the natural beauty type of shtick. And I mean, I don't mean to sound like a artsy fartsy weirdo, but for me, it's very true. It's like if I'm gonna buy black walnut or whatever, then I want the stuff to look like black walnut. I don't want it to look like whatever else. That said, I don't know of anybody who would stain black walnut, but still. Maple is one that's often stained, and again, I personally don't get it. Okay, see, remember when I mentioned this game's janky physics? I don't understand how this glass bottle can survive going down concrete steps with no issues. Like I literally just did. It makes no sense. Artsy people aren't artsy. You gotta find your primer? Yeah. I feel that, homie. See, one of the other really big things that I'm missing is tools. So I've got some basic stuff, but if I really want to get more into doing woodworking things, I need to get more tools. So I've got like a fairly big wish list of like all the different tools that I want to get, ranging from benchtop grinding to drill press to a freaking router. Oh, my kingdom for a router. Not the internet type. You actually have a pretty good router. The internet type. I am really not a fan of these seagulls. I don't see the point. Like, seriously, why is it necessary to put this ridiculous attack in this game? I mean, it's already hard enough trying... See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, why and how is this necessary? It makes no sense. We had this in one of the earlier levels, too. It's just annoying. Great, and after all that, I missed the freaking bread. Well, that bird pushed me to safety-ish, so I guess thanks. So are you saying that all vegans are artists, or that all artists are vegans? Because either way, somebody's offended. Of course, see, and when they come straight at me, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, seriously, how? I don't have any dodging mechanism. The Venn diagram of artists and vegans is a large overlap. It is true. It's not a circle, but there's relatively little oblongness to it on either side, I'm guessing. See, this is the physics part that I was talking about before that's really aggravating. Is, in this particular example, turning this bottle. Because it seems like it should be easy to turn. You know, like by swimming on one side to spin it. And, oh, come on. See? You know, we joke that this is like Dark Souls, right? Because you have to respawn all the time because everything is super hard. But we have also said, very truthfully, that at least Dark Souls is freaking fair and consistent. I've not played Elden Ring, so I know not how that fits in. But I'm guessing that it's at least fair as well. Also, I know about Let Me Solo Her. Ah, son of a... Seriously, it's so aggravating. Nom nom nom. Creative people do tend to be more socially conscious. That is true. That said, you can get into all sorts of arguments over what constitutes creativity these days. You know, like duct taping a banana to a wall and calling it art. And then somebody eats the banana and it's like, no, that's fine. You are buying the concept of a banana duct taped to a wall. No worries, bro. It's still art. It can be any banana. It's not about the banana. Like, come on, are you stupid? Why would it be about the banana? I don't know, maybe because it's a banana freaking duct taped to a wall. You're not showcasing the duct tape. Or maybe you are. See, I don't even know. Nope, I'm dead. See, this would be a lot more sensible if, you know, I could actually dodge the birds. But seriously, if I'm in a narrow corridor that is literally the width of my little bottle, and they are coming straight at me, what am I supposed to do? Like, there's literally nothing I can do in that situation. And this thing turns like a freaking caterpillar. That's a construction joke for anybody wondering. Actually, even those can turn on a dime because they can lift themselves up. This is just a stupid bottle. See, look at that! Like, what? I was under the table, supposedly in the safe area, but because I had the maximum things, the birds came after me. And that's the thing, it's just like the birds are, they're such an unnecessary addition to this. Because we already have an obstacle course here, but now we have a completely unnecessary... See, like, look, what am I supposed to do there? I can see it coming. Again, same thing. Like, there's nothing for me to hide under. And here comes another one. There's nothing I can do. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on! Oh, stupid. No! No! I refuse to give up! I made it! That totally counts. The task has failed successfully. Excellent. As with many of my tasks. Hi-ya! Oh, I really thought that would work. I mean, I'm guessing I can go into this little stream thing here. What the? What the? Seriously, what the fudge was that? You know, I don't like the fact that as a piranha, I'm basically, like, I mean, at best, chaotic neutral. Because all I'm doing is just flooding people's homes. It seems like a... It seems like it makes me a bad fish. Please stop clogging the toilet. Oh, so do I need to find something to clog it with? Okay, well the pipe's too heavy. What about what appears to be a pill bottle? No. Can we reach that? No. I need something that I can clog it with. I'm thinking maybe I can use one of these. No. Can I clog it with myself? super gross, bro. Swimming around in a toilet. It seems like this is the only thing I can grab onto. The problem is that I need to clog the toilet with something. Toilet paper. Classic toilet clogging material. Okay, here, let's D&D all of the fish. Alright, so goldfish, I would say, is probably like the legit good, you know? Like lawful good. Because there's a goldfish trying to help his friends, right? The pufferfish, maybe be like some like lawful neutral, you know, not stinging anybody, not messing around, but just, you know, kind of in a bad situation. Unpleasant, unfair. Dealt a bad hand, you know, that type of thing. The flying fish is chaotic evil, because I hate the flying fish. The piranha is obviously chaotic neutral, going around flooding people's bathrooms and kitchens. Hey, look, it's Eag! Hey, Eag! Welcome, welcome. We're a piranha. It's very exciting. I think I can make it up to the sink here. Like I said. So the shtick with the piranha is that you can bite and break stuff. And it causes various flooding. Because of reasons. I feel like this is a really bad version of that one Mario level. You all know the one I'm talking about. You know, from Mario 64, where you can raise and lower the water levels. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't even mind. Now, am I going to have to latch onto this seagull and just kind of go for a ride here? Oh, that's it! Wow, look at me. Don't forget to bring a towel. Whenever you go outside and it might be raining, you need to make sure to bring a towel. Oh, Towley, you are the worst. Yes! Let's check out the picture. Let me open up Discord on my desktop here. Check out the pic, brah! I'm checking out the pic, brah. Meanwhile, Lags is you know, doing all sorts of stuff with the Ottoman Empire that should not be done ever. Ugh. So, so Rev posted an interesting thing in the Discord. I talked about it earlier about the OpenGL license, the Open Gaming license, or the, I guess it's just OpenGL, Open Gaming License. Oh, that looks cool. That's really awesome. How does the black tea incorporate into the miniatures? I do ask that semi-seriously because I know some people can like make their own pigments and stuff with like teas and all that kind of thing. And you know, like customizing their paints. Some like super hardcore people. The tea is structural. Makes sense. Makes sense. Why has it got to be black tea? Was leaning the models against them on the glue set. Awesome. Oh, that's cool. That's really neat. Let's see, you know, I can't bring myself to get into miniatures games like Warhammer and the other things that escape my mind. Like, seriously, I can't think of any others besides Warhammer. But yeah, these massive things where you've got these huge armies that are all hand painted and gorgeous, and you know, people have literally suitcases filled with them. It's an incredible hobby. Like, don't get me wrong, absolutely beautiful artistry and everything. I personally just can't get it. The bouncer at the salad bar, I love it. I wouldn't mess with that guy, I'm just saying. The Decade's yellow guy. Oh, the king in yellow. We love you. Oh, Marvel Crisis Protocol. Yeah, and Star Wars Legion. See, I didn't even think of what's more traditionally considered to be board games. But I mean, even the basic, I say basic, but the more fundamental, I guess, model building. So, you know, like building the, like, planes and trains and automobiles, as they say in that one movie. It's, you know, like you make the little cars and the jets and all of that kind of stuff. They have the different levels of difficulty. Okay, fine. Tactical squad-based war games. Give me a break, right? Now, see, that's the thing, though, is that X-Wing miniatures would be considered a tactical squad-based board game, but it doesn't involve painting because everything is pre-painted. So, boosh! Shish! Told, I win. I get a cookie. I shouldn't have any cookies. I'm fat. But that's beside the point. Well, yeah, didn't you hear, Mathewin? It is strictly structural. The T serves no purpose whatsoever other than structure. Oh, man, you better not go to England. They'll, like, string you up by your Achilles tendons. It will be very unpleasant. I'm just saying. Going to England saying, like, I don't like tea. Wait, when did it become dark? When did this become Ori and the Blind Forest? Not that I'm complaining, it looks really pretty. See, we're gonna Ready Player One this. Because we're looking for bread. Anybody who doesn't get the reference, there's... In Ready Player One, the idea is that there's a massive virtual gaming world, and whoever finds all the secret stuff gets to own it, but nobody has been able to tackle even the first clue after like 10 years or something like that. And then one day somebody is just like, hey, what if we tried going backwards instead? And it works and it's awesome, which makes zero sense. Like in 10 years, a whole bunch of gamers working in concert trying to solve this thing and nobody thought to go backwards? Like, no. That would not happen. I'm sorry, but it wouldn't. I have not painted board game minis. No, I do have a decent number of board games that involve minis. So I do love the so-called dudes on a map games. Rising Sun being one of my favorites. I've also got I got the oh shoot, I think the game crashed. I have the Everdell. Wait, did everything crash? I hope everything didn't crash. I hope it was just the game. Let me see. Uno momento, por favor. Let me take a look at my Twitch. Okay, yeah, so I'm still on, but my Streamlabs thing technically crashed. But anyway, so Rising Sun is probably my favorite as far as like tactical dudes on a map type of thing. But then I've also got Mage Knight, which I absolutely love, and I would love to be able to paint those miniatures. I just don't have the skill, unfortunately. Like, oh yeah, the storybook one, the Stuffed Fables. So there's Stuffed Fables. I also have the Everdell Complete Collection. I've got Nemesis. I've got Ankh, which has a huge number of miniatures. Yeah, I've got a bunch of them. I don't know. Topic for the next board game video. Board game types terminology. Types terminology. So like in terms of tactical squad war game, or like tactical squad shooter or whatever. Actually, this is a good idea. Hang on, let me open up my little list. Okay, worker placement versus social deduction is kind of like, why are you even playing games? But I see your point. Let's see. Board game video ideas. I have a Google Doc. I would share it with you, but actually maybe I may as well share it with you. I don't know if I can. So I do try to do that whenever I have a video about a game type, when I have like a top 5 or whatever, then I do try to describe what the thing is about, like what they do and how it works and what it means, at least vaguely, so that people have an idea of what I mean when I'm using terms like Eurogame and all of that type of thing. So I just turned on the PlayStation so that there's something that you all can see. I'm not actually going to play. Just FYI. You won't believe number 7. Number 7 is the tactical squad-based shooter thing. But and the problem is that stuff can get really muddled. The nice thing is that I've actually built up an API that does this for me. Well, not an API, but I've built up a program that does this for me. Let me see here. What do we have? Okay, we've got it. So, incidentally, because we still have some time, here's what we're gonna do. Actually, I don't know if I can adjust my sharing right now. I don't think I can, because it does seem like the entire program crashed, and so I can't. Oh wait, I can maybe add a source, possibly. It gave me a black screen, so I'm not sure. Dang, that sucks. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, my Streamlabs thing completely crashed out on me, so I can't add new things to it. Dang, that sucks. That's really unfortunate because I had something really cool that I wanted to show. Anyway, I wrote a program that I wrote a program that allows people to basically take a look at things. It allows you to populate a dang, I'm off. Oh, there I am. It allows you to populate a database with all of your games based off of what you have listed in Board Game Geek, and then it runs something called Streamlit, which is an application that's often used to basically demo small functionalities for apps and stuff like that, and essentially, I built it for this board game thing because when it comes to picking a board game for game night, it's really difficult when you have a rather large collection, as I do. And because of that, it means that I run into some issues of trying to figure out what to pick. So what I did is I wrote this program that allows you to sort your gaming collection by a number of I guess categories, for lack of a better term. So you can sort by a specific what's it called, a specific type of game. So like a theme, you want sci-fi or whatever. You can also sort by what else? You can sort by designer. You can sort by how long it takes, how many players it allows for. You can do all sorts of different stuff like that, all sorts of different filters to help you out. But just play Monopoly and no one ever wants to play again. That is true. But I actually did it for two reasons. I built this thing for two reasons. First off was because I started having game nights again and actually hosting game nights at my house. So I was really excited about that. And the second reason was because I wanted to practice my coding skills, because my coding skills are really not up to the level that I want them to be at, and this allowed me to do that. So it was really cool, or at least I thought it was personally. But let me see here. This is not working. See, I'm trying to get my Switch up, but unfortunately the battery is dead. Anyway, that's yeah. See, I've been leaving my Switch in the case rather than in the cradle, so it doesn't charge. But anyway, that's the thing is, so getting back to the main point, Board Game Geek, which is the premier, hey, look at all this stuff about board games type of website that you've got, has all of these different categories and classifications for games that are at least reasonably well defined. So you have war game, which is defined in a particular way. You have worker placement, which is defined in a relatively particular way. The big sort of in-between type of thing comes when when you're dealing with how do you make it so that I can figure out what exactly it is that my specific thing is doing and how it's working. That's because stuff gets muddled very, very quickly. So here we go. Let's do this. It looks like my Streamlabs is cooperating again, but let's see here. Window capture. So you all are going to get nerded out right now, just FYI. Bow 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 bow. Boom ba boom 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 boom. Boom ba boom. There we go. Here's my code. Haha. Can never remember the controls for making this work well. There, close enough. All right. Welcome to Visual Studio Code. This is my battle thing. Actually, have I... Is this the new one? Let me see. Let's see here. No, I don't want PowerShell. Give me Git Bash. Much prefer. All right. Haha! All right. So this is an RPG script that I wrote. So we're just because the fish game crashed, we're gonna play my my RPG game that I made. Although the colors aren't cooperating, but that's okay. Let's see. What should our character name be? Let's go with a community reference. We'll do Riggs Die Hard. All right. Now we can be a barbarian, a knight, a black mage, a red mage, a white mage, or a fighter. What should we do? I'm thinking black mage, because you know you love like shooting out all them spells. Be like pew 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 pew. A Knigget it is. All right. A brute has approached us with malice. Oh no! What a shame. What shall we do? Let us attack the brute. We have attacked the brute. Okay. All of my little display things are not working right. So you can see here, Riggs Die Hard hits the enemy for 100 points. The enemy blocks 12, dealing a total of 88. Brute strikes Riggs Die Hard for 51 points of damage. I block 57, taking 0 damage. Huzzah! Did I give Knight's magic? I honestly don't think I did. Oh, I did. Select spell. Can't do it. So the program is not perfect because it doesn't really work right, but you know, I need to have some of my escapes and errors and things of that nature. Let's see if it works better in the PowerShell. Battle. Main. There we go. Now we got our colors. So, wait, what was it? Doug the Destroyer, the Ender of World. Doug the Ender of World. All right. Doug is nice. There, see, now we've got some nice coloration here because it's actually working. My name is Doug, the Ender of the World. My HP is 695 and my MP is 36. And now a brute has indeed approached us with malice. We shall attack. Let's see. Our enemy has 1200 HP still. We got hit relatively mildly, so we're good. He hopes in the second one so he can pluralize his title. I feel that. Let's just keep attacking here. Wait, the brute cast fire on me? Son of a biscuit! Douchebag! Come on, Knigget! Huzzah! Doug the End of the World wins! Incidentally, that is a bug that I found now. Because if the enemy goes to exactly 0 HP, it does not die. So that's fun. Fire. You know what? I did my best, okay? This was just a random thing that I made, okay? And I thought it was cool. Right? See, look, I've got all of my different magic spells in here that you can make. I've got all of my classes set up that you can pick from. There's all the characters. See, you've got your max HP and all that kind of stuff. You got the different class types. And this is how they're made and all that. Okay, so back to what I was originally talking about. When we are talking databases, let's see here. Databases are not what I want.
Dang it, son of a biscuit!
Un momento, por favor. Where did I put? I've got like 4 different places that I put different code things. So yeah. Okay, so this is right. There we go. Okay. Here we go. So GameWorks. Game Picker. All right. So the Game Picker is done by me, Danny the Scientist. So essentially what this does is this creates an app based off of a a database that was made previously using the GameWorks data populate. Now my stuff is already done in here, so we're good to go. But what we need to do here, let's see here, we need to cd into databases and GameWorks and Game Picker, and then we need to do Streamlit. I don't know if there's more arguments that I need for Streamlit. It's been a while since I've run this. I can check my Git because I put instructions there like a smart person. Yeah, like I said. Okay, so yeah, so Streamlit, Streamlit, run gamepicker.py. There we go. All right, so we now have a Streamlit app in our browser, but we can't open the database. Why? What do you mean you can't open on a closed database? Your face is a closed database. I got your database right here. Etc., etc. Hang on one more second. Hey look, see, my glutes thing works, but also it doesn't. Okay. I'm sorry, I know, I'm just kind of messing around at this point because I don't know. Let's see, what is wrong here? On the run script. Data handling. It must be the SQL poll. Okay. Let's see if we're in the right spot. Because that's probably the issue. Yeah. Wait a minute. What do I have open here? Remember when I mentioned that I've got like way too many places where code exists? This is what I was talking about. Okay. Here we go. We're going to fix the location that this is looking for. Incidentally, one of the upgrades I want to do on this is to make it so that you have parsable arguments so that you can say exactly where your database is. But that said, this will take me just a couple of seconds. We've got that. Shishisha. Okay, there we go. Now that should work. Okay, it didn't work. Why did it not work? Okay, see, now I'm annoyed. Where is this database? Where do you exist? Who are you? Let's try going back here instead. We'll try it with the original instead. Folder. Okay, this is not death, okay? This is just Danny having too many places where stuff is. No, I don't want to change the... Save the changes I made to SQL poll.py. I'll SQL your poll.py. I'll do it, I'm crazy. Okay. Aha! There we go. We'll do it in PowerShell, because why not? Alright, so streamlit run game picker. You know, you require a raw Python thing. But, wait, check out the desk and say something nice? There's nothing to check out. There's nothing cool. Oh, here. I have a case where I keep all of my USB sticks. This one I got from a science convention a very long time ago. It's a little clownfish. It's tough to see because of the chroma key, but it's a clownfish, I assure you. It's adorable. It's from a company called, that made a technique called sure fish. So FISH is a science thing that stands for fluorescence in situ hybridization. It's a way of looking at specific structures inside of a cell. And say something nice. Budgerigard! That's not nice. But I don't know why this isn't working. Man, see, I was so excited I was going to show you guys. It's so cool. It's not a closed database. It's open. It's like right there. I'm sad now. So sad. So very sad. This stupid thing to... Why would you want MRI software to open a database? You stupid, stupid machine. Why? Do you know nothing? This thing's so dumb. Just makes me sick. Like legit sick. It's not closed. Let's see here. Tasks. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. It's being stupid. To be fair, it's been like several months before I've messed around with this, and I'm sure it's something really stupid that I'm missing. But yeah, it's unfortunate. You know, I super for realsies promise that it's really cool though. But yeah. Essentially, you can see this is some of the key stuff here. So year it's released, age recommendations, complexity, playtime, minimum and maximum, whether or not I own it, all of that good stuff. But yeah. Here's the data handler. Data handler is way bigger than I'd like it to be. It has way too many if statements. I'd really like to turn those into ternary operations if I can. But there's all my unique mechanics and all that good stuff. Oh well. So, yeah. It does work, I assure you. Believe it or not. And just for funsies, there you go. So this is my game database. These are all of my board games. Nice and neat inside of a database. All of this was loaded automatically through my program that I wrote. It's pretty nifty. And honestly, it's really helpful. One of the things that I programmed in is that it compares what's already in my personal collection with what I have in Board Game Geek, and it only adds in new ones and stuff like that. So I don't have to do anything manually. Just like I can open up, say, here, the categories. So like what EAG was talking about, here we've got our economic, negotiation, political, abstract strategy, warfare, all of that kind of stuff. Wait, I just saw warfare. It was somewhere. There, war game, right there. I know it's kind of tough to see, but there you go. It's really cool. See, now this is bugging me. Why isn't this working? It should be working. It's not a closed... It's definitely not a closed database. And in this case, the database is hard-coded. So having something hard-coded means that you don't allow for user input to say where something is or what you want it to be. And in other words, in this case, it just says, hey, like, this is where the stuff is. Oh, oops, wrong thing. There we go. That's what we want. So, if you see here, here's my SQL stuff. So see, oh, I used the C drive. Oh, shocking. But see, this is what hard coding means, is that this is making a connection to the database, which is located in this exact location. And it should work. And then it does a bunch of what's called SQL commands. But I'm sure you all don't really care about that. There isn't any reason that this should not be working though. Because everything is here. GameWorks. Maybe we can try that. Because for some reason I've got 2 copies of this. So let's try that. Let's see if that does it. It probably won't, but it might. Yeah, no. Same thing. That's probably an empty one that I made for when I publish this to GitHub. But you can see the local the local thing. That's what's supposed to be running the app. Bummer. I don't understand why it says it's a closed database. Not operate on a closed database. Why do you say that? Why do you say that it is a closed database, SQLite 3? I wish I still worked with one of my former coworkers, because he was a legit expert on SQLite. He's like virtually obsessed with it. Incidentally, I should probably go instead of standing here rambling about my code. It's probably a better thing for me to do, and I'm sure that you all have better stuff to do than, you know, seeing a bunch of random stuff that most of you probably don't know, much less care about. But it's very odd. And this is legitimately going to bug me like all day as to why this isn't working, because it's worked fine before. It's driving me insane. Why can't we get the mechanics and pull up the JSON? It doesn't make sense. So JSON, incidentally, is what all of this stuff is going into. It's a specific type of it's a way of organizing data. It stands for it's Java script notation, JSON, JavaScript operational notation, something along those lines. Essentially, it's just a way of organizing data so that it looks nice and it's easy for computers to read. That's the idea. But, well, here, I'll just leave you with one last fun thing here. From email? Why am I importing email? That doesn't make sense. That makes even less sense than everything else. So here, fun thing. One of the little things that I put on this is a random choice. You push a button to pick a random game from your collection, and it does exactly that. It does a random pick from the game that you from the game list that you have, or you can pick Danny's favorite, which always comes out as Cosmic Encounter, because that's my favorite game. So that's the last part I'll leave with you. And incidentally, I do have like a fully functional text search for any game that you want to find as well. But god dang it, this is really bugging me. Why does it say it's a closed database? Ugh. Well, I'm gonna go, because again, I'm not gonna bother you all with this. I know it's not super interesting. Michigan G Frog of programs. Yeah, it's the whole thing of the same thing happens when you're in school. Like you have the professor aura of non-functionality type of thing, where anytime you're doing something by yourself, it works great and it's awesome. But as soon as somebody comes in to look at it, then it's like, and it's like, I swear I didn't change anything. Nothing happened. Say something. I don't know what to say that's nice. I don't have any idea. Nothing. I did more programming earlier this week, and oh, fun story. Completely failed at the programming. It was great, but it ends well. Trust me. So, quick little story. For a lot of positions, a lot of job positions, that are technically heavy, you'll often have a component where you're asked to do something, and you have to like you have to say, oh, here, like, do this, 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 and this, and show us your technique for doing this, and spend X number of hours on it, and then send us the results. And so I did it to the best of my ability. In this case, it was with images. Never worked with images before in programming. It's not an easy thing to do. There's a lot of tools out there to do it, but I've never used them. So in a limited time frame, it was almost impossible for me to do it. So what I did was I ended up saying, okay, we've got these images. Let's just look at an average intensity. And then we can say whether or not it's a good or a bad image, because if it's an image that's nothing but static, that would probably be considered a bad image. So we can rightly throw it out, or more than likely throw it out. And so that's what I did. I did the best that I could based off of what very little information I was given. In this case, it was, I don't want to give a huge amount away, but it was medical data where there were patient images, and I had to essentially sort out the data in a way that was sensible. So the problem came when I turned it in, and I was like, I basically got good ones, review ones, and then from somewhere else based off of the titles of the images. And the folks came back to me and they were like, we're really sorry, but like, this is completely our fault because I forgot to tell you something that's absolutely critical. And that is that there is a lot of data inside of those files. And I was like, no way. I had found some stuff about that before, but it's fairly complicated, so I didn't use any of it. And so what I ended up doing was, it was okay for my skill set that I had, but luckily they gave me another chance to redo it, and I did. And I redid it in such a way that now it makes a lot more sense, and it has much better sorting, and I'm hoping that they like it and that it makes sense to them. And so we're going to see, because I've got a meeting about it on Monday. So I'm proud of myself for that, because I made a severe pivot and still limited my time spent on the whole project, because I didn't want to go 12 hours and say, like, look at this beautiful perfect thing I made. I was like, I spent another few hours on it. It's not perfect. I couldn't get some of this stuff to work. I tried to. I think it should work, but it's not. Stuff like that. So I was proud of myself overall. I thought that I did a pretty good job. So there's a happy thing, and related to all of the crap I was showing you before. And you guys got to see my little thing for making making the what's it called? Making making my little battle thing. So actually, let me see if we can do something here. Just for funsies, I'll show you all something else that I did that was very random. This is not cooperating with me now. So what we are going to do is this. And I know I'm like way over my regular limit and everything, but it doesn't matter. I don't have anything to do. So whatever. All right. So let's see here. Users and let's see if this works. Hopefully it will, but I don't know. There we go. All right. So this is just a fun, really goofy, stupid thing that I made. If it works. I need to make a new thing though. So let's do a window capture. And we will do and that one. There we go. Oh, you extra fish time. The game crashed, okay? Not my fault. All right. So, this is probably the dumbest program that I have ever made. And that's not really saying much because I haven't really written very many programs. But what this does is this is what I call my sarcasm generator. So if we take a look at the README, it's that let's take the meme sarcasm to the extreme and save precious seconds. So for those of you unaware, the whole shtick with the sarcasm meme is you write something in alternating capital and lowercase letters. So it's super dumb, right? It's so stupid. But the good news is that this should work. So if we write this in, all right. So we want to know the level of sarcasm. Do we want to have standard upper and lower sarcasm? Do we want to have all uppercase, all lowercase, or random sarcasm? You see, these are the critical questions that one has to ask oneself. And incidentally, yes, ideally this should be done with an argument parser, but get off my back, okay? At the time I wrote this, I was not good with argument parsers, okay? Just shh, okay? I vote that we're going for standard upper and lowercase because it's about time to get going. So we'll do number 1. Now, we need to enter a phrase. We say, Rev is the most awesome person on the planet. My sarcasm is ready. Rev is the most awesome person on the planet. See? It works. and that's my sarcasm generator. I told you it was stupid. but it works. So there you go. If anybody's curious, this is the code. It's less than 50 lines of code to make that. If you can even call it coding. But see, I even called the random one chaos because why not? So here, let's do it again. Let's do randomized. Let's see. Danny is super cool and a genius guy. And so see, now this is randomized in terms of the capitalization in lowercase. Like we have SUP all capital, we have CO, but then we have OLAN all lowercase. Danny is super cool and a genius guy. This is just, yeah, like I said, it's stupid. See, this is strictly a joke for fun, etc. And minorly to practice handling of strings and for loops. Nothing of import or explicit is implied. Nothing of import is explicit or implied. Basically, I'm trying to see my A, but it doesn't matter because it's not like anybody's going to ever use this. Except for me. And it's so dumb! I believe it is public, though. So if anybody actually wants it, you can find it on my GitHub. if you're really that desperate to see my sarcasm thing. I know my board game stuff is, so maybe you all can get it to work. But that said, I'm going to get going. You all take care. Have a good time. I'm sorry for the random deviation. away from the fish game and everything. But yeah. Oh, whoa! Oh, I forgot. So we need to. So Eag mentioned. Let's see here. Misinterpreted game categories. Let's see. Tactical squad. Whatnots. I do not write spaghetti code. Okay. When you have less than 50 lines, it's impressive if you have spaghetti codes. Okay? I'm just saying. It's not that bad. Leave me alone. Okay, Tactical Squad Whatnots. Euro games. What else? Let's do Ameritrash. Ameritrash. And then, what other good categories do we have? I don't know. It is a good video idea. But it's mostly on my list now. It's like 3/5 of the way on my list. Okay. So that said, now I'm actually going to get going because, as I mentioned before, this whole thing with the board game picker is going to bug the crap out of me, and I'm gonna have to go and try and fix it. And because I don't really have much better to do. Wait, no, I can play video games. Never mind. You all take care. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. I will say, if you don't mind, I could use some finger and toe crossing for some news I'm waiting on. Hoping that it's going to be good. But like I said, you all take care of yourselves, and I will see you later. Bye bye, and have a good time. And I will be back on Monday with God of War Ragnarok. So, yeah. And incidentally, last day for the sale for Midnight Suns. So definitely hoping that I get good news really early on Monday morning. So, yes, we will be playing Dad of War, Dadnarok. But that said, thank you so much again, everybody. Hope that you enjoyed it, even with the random sidetrack into coding and stuff. But yeah, I mean, if ever you want, we can sit here and we can bust out like a quick little calculator or something in Python. I can show you guys how to write a calculator. It's stuff like that. It's really easy, and it can be fun, and you can learn some of the stuff. But I don't know who cares about programming. I don't know if anybody does. And I mean, this is meant to be a fun little stream. So, but that said, you all take care and have a good weekend. And I will see you all on Monday. So, bye-bye.